Winds up our World News Report for now, and back to Andrew Stevens for more stocks to watch. Andrew?
Yeah, thanks, Rico. I just wanted to revisit the Jardine's Chung Kong story. As we've been discussing, Jardine's has been I'll start again. Chung Kong has taken a 3% stake in the Jardine Group, two of the Jardine companies. That's fueled speculation of a takeover of one of the oldest Hongs in Hong Kong, and the market is now waiting for the next move.
News that Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing has appeared on the share register of the Jardine Group has sparked a frenzy of speculation. Li has twice before tried to take over a Jardine company, only to be rebuffed. This time, however, it may be different.
I think it'd be very difficult for the Kazakhs to hold out and go their own independent way when major institutional shareholders, even maybe senior directors who've got options in the business, are turning around and saying, hold on, this is good for all of us.
Li's flagship company, Chung Kong Holdings, and its stablemate Hutchison Whampoa have paid more than $400 million for a 3% holding in Jardine Matheson and 3% of the jewel in the crown, Hong Kong Land. Hong Kong Land owns about 40% of Hong Kong's central office property, but has kept a low profile in the past decade.
I think they've gone very conservative balance sheet-wise, carrying hardly any debt at all, and lost any will, it seems, to grow in Hong Kong beyond just organic growth within the existing businesses.
Analysts expect the Li-controlled companies to increase their stakes, and so do investors. Share prices in both Jardine companies have risen sharply in the past 2 days on the Singapore market, where they are traded.
It can be a very interesting group of businesses, and what is wrong in having some strategic partnerships? And I think they're going to have them. And you can either drag them to the table or they can come willingly.
Few analysts in Hong Kong expect an outright takeover bid for Jardines. That may be too expensive. But they say the British-controlled trading house, or Hong as it's known, will find it very difficult to shake off a determined Li Ka-shing for the third time.
And just quickly, Rico, just to look at the share price numbers. Chung Kong finished up $4.50 yesterday at $92. Hutchison was up $2.50 at $81.25. And in Singapore, Hong Kong Land was up 9% yesterday after a 22% rise the day before. And Jardine Matheson was up 5% yesterday. So obviously quite a lot of speculation going on there. Just like to ask Philip, if I could. Philip, there has been some speculation that the Jardine share structuring is fairly tight, and it would be actually quite difficult to mount a successful hostile takeover. Is that right? Is that your understanding of it?
Yes, it is, because because of the cross-holding between Jardine Matheson and Jardine Strategic, which was set up many years ago, right? And because of this possibility, and basically the 3% that the Chung Kong Group have taken in Jardine Matheson, they had to declare it because of the London Stock Exchange rules, where the primary listings are for all the 5 major companies, and therefore, if they increase the stake from now on, each 1% that they increase in the major company, they have to declare, right? So every move that they make is known by the Jardine board, yeah. And so therefore it makes it more difficult. Prices are going to rise. Anyway.
In your view, is Li Ka-shing going at it on his own, or is Chinese money involved?
If there was Chinese money involved, then yeah, well, he could do it on his own. There's no doubt about that. But it's just whether he would do it so openly. That's why I was saying before. I think that an alliance is more what he wants. The 3% holding, he has to declare anyway under the listing rules in the UK. So I think sort of hostile takeovers are not really the style of the Chinese management. But as I said, assets are probably what he wants, or some strategic alliances.
Philip, can I just interrupt there for a minute? We're hearing a lot about Hong Kong Land and how they haven't really been developing in Central their prime properties, and they haven't been active in the land sales.
Yeah.
What do you think the strategy is? Why have they sort of apparently withdrawn really from sort of the property development scene in Hong Kong?
Well, you see, it's just been they had the disastrous sort of move into Trafalgar, right, a few years ago, and that really sort of hit them hard at least in terms of the operations for a couple of years, and I think that has just sort of sidetracked the management.
All right, Philip, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on CNBC's Morning Call.
Thank you.
Our guest host today on Morning Call has been Philip Chan, Research Director with Shenwan Securities here in Hong Kong. And tomorrow's guest host will be Roy Ramos, Executive Director with Goldman Sachs. CNBC's Morning Call will take a short break. We'll be right back, so please stay with us.
The world is watching CNBC.